Waffle time.
Hey guys, my name is MasterZidion.
I'm the Duke.
It's your boy.
Welcome back to Wind Waker. I did a little bit of stuff off screen, not too much, nothing's gonna really affect much. Just started charting islands and got the Swift Sail. However, that's not gonna matter because we are going to go in to the Tower of the Gods now. Check out this fucking aesthetic.
It's
Pretty gaudy.
rather Greek.
Well, I mean, you're gonna make a dungeon called Tower of the Gods.
That's true. That's true.
You know, you gotta go big or you're gonna go home. That's just how it do. So, let's jump into this, shall we?
I need to try and find a word real quick.
A word?
Yeah.
Like, I wish I enjoyed playing this game as much as you do.
You don't play the game.
I started playing it.
Yeah, and you're just bad at it.
Yeah, but like, it looks great.
It's an amazing game.
Just, I don't know.
That's okay.
It's too much involvement.
How is this more involvement than Dead Space?
I don't read or listen to the audio logs in Dead Space.
Yeah, and we're mad at you for that.
Yeah, because you're missing all the story. Also, I'm not reading any of this either.
You've also played it multiple times.
Yeah, I know, but do you think you'd listen? I mean, it would be like the same experience other than you'd die more and not be on hero mode like I am.
Yeah.
Smart brain do with oh, I can just walk through here. Never mind. Oh, that's just gonna give it to me right away? It's been a while since I've done this part. Ow. Is it gonna be what I hope it's gonna be? No. It's disappointment. It is failure. My disappointment is immeasurable. My day is ruined. Can I... No. That's what I thought. So... I guess my only option is to... try this.
So,
This is not going to work, is it?
today
No.
I'd like to talk about Mars.
Ooh.
Now, what do you guys think about extraterrestrial liberty?
Define.
It's the idea of basically if we made a colony on Mars, they have their own government, they are their own country, basically.
I don't think that we would start that way, and I don't think it could start that way. I don't... Oh, that angers me. I don't... Like, I wouldn't encourage it, but I do believe that's how it would end up. I mean, look at America. You create colonies...
I think it would start that
so
way.
far away. Yeah?
Because it is against NATO to claim and colonize extraterrestrial bodies for your own country. Doesn't stop private companies, but your country cannot expand into space.
So... So the question then would be... would there be a new country, or would this be kind of a UN sort of situation where it's, you know... It would call into question the idea of a unified government and a larger presence of it, because it would either be established as a private sector, or it would be established under the United Nations flag, under the idea that this is just humanity, this belongs to no individual country.
There is a Martian flag already.
Is there?
Yes, it is. Like the French one, except for it's red, green, and then blue.
Ooh.
It represents the terraforming of Mars.
Okay.
From a red planet to a green planet to a blue planet.
Do you fit in here?
No.
No. This is the first...
So what do you think, Max? How do you feel about extraterrestrial liberty?
Look, man, I just want to be left alone. I'm sure if there's extraterrestrials, they'd like to do their own thing too.
That's not what that means.
Did you... God, you really don't listen, do you?
No.
He just explained what it meant.
Yeah, I know. I don't think that we should, like, be over them. I think they should govern themselves.
The people that we send there.
Oh, the people we send there?
That's exactly what he's talking about. Is us colonizing Mars, not...
I thought you were talking, like...
Max, there aren't LGMs on Mars.
I thought you were talking, like, in the event
No.
No.
that there's extraterrestrials.
Obviously, they'd govern themselves.
Oh, you bitch, you just killed me. Mm-hmm. Oh, okay, thank God. See that? That's my face. That is my disappointment.
Yeah, I think they should do their own thing.
I agree with
Regardless.
Max, actually. I believe in a free Mars.
Like, if it doesn't work, then you learn something. If they...
It will work, actually.
How?
Max, do you have any idea how long it takes to get to Mars?
Like
Very
8
long
years or
time.
something?
It is a 9-month journey at our fastest speeds. What can we actually do from here on Earth to govern them? The answer is jack shit. It takes minutes to send a message there.
Oh, yeah?
I don't know. We couldn't enforce it.
Also, the people that would go there would be people that can, like, provide something to the workforce and help with the effort.
It would be interesting. I think a lot of it has to do with how humanity pulls together within the next, next 10 years or whatever. Because if by that point we all are kind of rallying under one humanity flag sort of deal, we're all, going by one governing body rather than separate countries, or at least a bigger presence of one centralized force, I think there'd be more of a pressure and more of an expectation for them to fall into that, because it's less of you guys are the inhabitants of Mars and more of you're the Mars branch of the human race.
I can kind of see that, but I guarantee you there would be a war.
I don't think there'd be a war.
I guarantee you there would be a war. For free Mars.
That's what we do best.
How could... Well, no, I don't doubt that the Martians would want it. I more doubt that we could fight it.
What do you mean you don't? We could fight it.
How are we going to fight a war with people 9 months away?
In the event that
Like, unless you're-
humanity's fucking come together, it's gonna be more plausible to have the war there. But let's face it, when the first Mars colony happens, we will not be under a unified flag. We will not be one people.
Unless something really, really big happens in the next, 10 years.
I don't think,
I don't think it can.
even if something big were to happen, I think it will be more bad than it will be good.
Likely, but, if in the event of, a totalitarian takeover. So, all of Earth is conquered by one ruling party. You can think about, the World War II situations, except they actually do it. They colonize or they conquer everything.
And maybe don't hate the Jews.
Well, maybe they do. This is assumed to be a bad thing. It's
Damn
assumed,
space Jews!
yeah, it's assumed to be a bad thing all the way through. They send the Jews to Mars. That's how they get rid of them.
And then they come back with guns.
Yeah, no, they send the Jews to Mars, and the Jews make Mars, cool. And, they're like, hey, check it out, we're doing really good here. Thanks for, just instead of killing us, just giving us our own place. And they're like, fucking these Jews are ruining Mars. Gotta go take Mars, and we'll send them to Saturn. You guys can go have Titan.
Oh, now you're ruining Titan. Give us Titan. You can have Mars.
I think America's gonna violate NATO on this.
Space Force violates the NATO.
Does it?
Yes.
Fun. I was more talking about abusing the fact that Titan's full of methane. If we went to the Middle East over this, we'll definitely go to Saturn.
Yeah. Have you heard Saturn before?
I've not heard Saturn, no.
Oh, we're gonna listen to Saturn.
I've listened to the Sun.
We're gonna listen to Saturn. Saturn is terrifying. The Sun's nothing. Fucking chords existing.
Wait. God, I need to start paying attention. What did I get? I get the map. Son of a bitch. That means it's over there. Okay. Sorry, people. I promised I'd beaten this game multiple times. I'm not just an idiot. And I do have a walkthrough. Not with me, but it's around the corner here on the shelf. If I really need it. I don't.
Would you go to Mars, Max?
I'm just going by myself.
No.
No.
If there was a massive, we're starting a colony thing, and they're taking they'll
just need
take
people.
anyone. Would you go?
I don't know, man. Like, there's... I don't know.
Like this is
I don't think I could answer that right now.
You got to think about it like you can, because this would be just a thing where you
Well,
wake up
keep
one
in
day,
mind, he
you wake
has a
up
kid.
tomorrow. That's
He's got familiar obligations on
that's
her.
true, but like
Had I not, sure. I'm like, well,
Yeah, like, for instance, yes, you're like, hey, you want to go be one of the first colonists on Mars? Hell yes. One of the biggest things I want to do is travel the world and see all sorts of places that are far, far away from the dingy hole that I grew up in. I want to go experience the farthest places that I can from here. And I think Mars is the absolute extremity of that.
in your lifetime.
Yes, yes. Well, who knows? Who knows what's going to happen within our lifetime, and how long that feasibly will be. With the rate of technology and all that, like...
Yeah, but even
possible.
factoring in exponential technology development, we're still like set to maybe clear the solar system in 1,000 years.
I was more talking about our the human life expectancy, or the idea of transferring consciousness into mechanical hosts.
Yeah, I'd be a machine.
I would.
I'm already mostly machine.
I hate my fucking flesh bag. It sucks. It's got issues.
I'd go to Mars in an instant, and there's nothing that would hold me back. Like, at all. Even if I had a kid, I would still just go to Mars. I like space too much.
The idea there is make sure you have a kid with someone who also would just go to Mars.
The kid can't come.
Why? You need
They're
children.
not old enough yet.
You need children to go. You all need all manners of people to go.
No, I don't think they'd be fit for space travel.
Well,
probably not.
by the time we're sending full ships of colonists to Mars, one, there's already going to be people on Mars. It's not like we're going to set up the first camps. The first camps will be built.
That was not the situation I was putting at hand.
That's how it's going to happen.
Right.
They're sending...
My hypothetical was, we're going to be the first people there.
Oh. Well,
Or, like, yeah, there'll be maybe a camp, but it won't be anything. It'll just be a building, a habitat put there beforehand.
no sex. They can't do that. Although they could be like, okay, if you have to go, if you're going to go on this first wave, you have to be fucking
Sterile?
Yeah, you got it. You can't have the ability to produce children because we can't tell you not to fuck. We know how it's going to go. However,
We can't tell you what spawn you'll create.
well, we can't. There's no way we can handle
That's actually
helping giving birth.
completely true. We have no idea what a child conceived in space would actually be like. We have guesses. It's not good.
Pornhub wants to find out. They're trying to make that happen.
It's probably gonna be really fucking bad.
When you say in space, do you mean in space or on Mars?
Even on Mars would be different. We can't predict that at all. Different gravity, different environment around them.
True. Does Mars have more increased or decreased
I
gravity?
think it has decreased. I think it's 0.68. Let me check that.
That would be an interesting experience, to say the least. grab the. Oh, I'm pushing the wrong button.
Yeah, it's 3.711 meters per second squared. So it's
It's like a
third
third
of gravity. Yeah,
Oh, wow.
because we're 9.8.
Wow. Okay, that's. So I would be like. Oh God. That's pretty weird. I was about to like say what I would be weight wise, but
You don't want to.
well, no, I'm not afraid of that. I'm a bit on the heavier side than I'd like to be, but no, just saying it in pounds probably wouldn't equate to much, would it? I mean, it's. I was always confused in school when they would say that weight and mass are not the same thing, and they're correct. However, the way that you measure mass is completely dependent on gravity. Utterly and totally. You have something of this mass and like a triple beam balance, that's completely reliant on gravity. 110%.
So, yes, but I believe the way that manifests is,
That would be the same weight on.
it's scientific wise, you know? When you're talking about weight is an unofficial term. You don't use weight when you're talking about what an object weighs, you know? If you're doing it in a scientific standard, you use mass because that's the scientific way to go about things. And it gets boiled down more. Density is where things get different. Density is not the same thing as mass.
I need to spread this out a little more. Well, yeah, I know that. I think part of it too. Well, it's the idea that weight is subjective to gravity. So if I say I'm 100 pounds on Earth, I'm not going to be 100 pounds on Mars. However, because of the way we calculate weight, it's completely reliant on gravity. So if Mars has a third of the gravitational force that Earth does, and I weighed 90 pounds on Earth, I'd weigh 30 pounds on Mars. That's how logic would dictate anyway. And so I don't know if it was just to kind of like try to get us thinking in the right direction, but it just kind of... I always thought it was weird because it's like, it's not the same. I know it's different, but it's also not that different.
Yeah.
Also, the other reason I didn't say my number is because I don't, like, my brain's not working. I can't figure out what that would be. I'd be close to like 70 pounds. I'd be less than that, but somewhere in that neighborhood.
Honestly, I'd probably be close to like 50. Maybe.
Oh, wouldn't that be weird? Oh, you.
Weighing less than a fucking child?
I was gonna say you and I being that close in weight.
Yeah, I suppose that would be a 60-pound difference otherwise.
Yeah.
Yeah?
Come to Mars, those pounds just melt away. Oh, I know what I gotta do. Oh, this isn't gonna work.
No, it isn't. It's gonna go out again.
But I can pick the thing up at least. So I gotta fucking... I'm not gonna go. I'm not gonna go yet. I'm gonna wait for it to go down and come back up again. I did this so many times as a kid. I'm getting old. Old man. It's hindering my abilities.
Fucking boomer.
I know.
My back hurts.
I'm a Republican. I'm gonna space these out actually, because I can totally make this in time. I just have to be able to jump the full length, and not fucking miss. So if I like grab this and like push it there, and like grab this and like get out of here, and like.
How much do you weigh on Mars, Max?
Probably like 62 or so. About 60
So we're nice
pounds.
and spread out.
65
Yeah.
maybe.
Not bad. Not bad.
65.
Yeah, 'cause I'm about 200.
That you'd be like 180 if you were like that. So I'm less than 210, but I'm like 203 or something like that. But I'm putting myself at 210 for math's sake.
I was putting myself around like 190.
Fucking hell. Well, why would you put no? What?
That's what I was saying, between like 60 and 65.
Divide 19 by 3.
I don't know what 19 divided by 3 is.
It's
I know
not-
what 18 divided by 3 is.
Yeah.
Yeah.
It's
That's like 62 or something. 62 and a half. I don't fucking know.
19 divided by 3, 62?
No.
Max.
190 divided by...
19 divided by 3 is 6.3.
Yeah, so it'd be like 63.
Except you said you're like 200.
Oh my god. Between like 190 and 200.
So that's like
That's still like...
60, like 63 to 67. Or 65.
Isn't that what he said originally?
Yes.
Yeah, it is.
Is it?
Yes.
Oh, well, fuck you. I can actually just like... No, I can't. No, I really can't.
To be fair, though, it isn't necessarily exactly 1/3.
Yeah, so... Yay! I'm gonna do this shit.
It's
Yeah, I'd be about 67. Why they gotta give me the goo?
they just thought you really needed it, you know? You deserve it.
I don't need this electric boogagoo. Okay.
Oh, motherfucking boat.
This motherfucking boat's going across the water.
As boats do.
Not always. I saw many a boat today, going across the land, strapped on top of trucks.
I saw a mattress today.
I did too. It was mine.
Well, this one was on the freeway. So, it's a bit of a different thing.
My mattress is not on the freeway. You win this time, Brian.
Swimming in circles doesn't make you cool.
It does make it so that bitch can't get me. How am I supposed to get up there?
Maybe you gotta kill him.
Yeah, that's...
Wow.
This is the magic stars. Ooh, give me that red goo.
Make some red drink.
Move. Move. This dungeon does have a really nice aesthetic to it, with all the glowing colors and stuff. And this is where you get the song that lets you fucking take over people's bodies and move them.
Spooky.
So now that we've figured out the puzzles in the lobby, we can actually go into the main room now.
Why don't we get some Martian waffles first? I hear they're to
Ooh.
die for.
Ooh, they'd be cold though, wouldn't they?
Like, till noon. Just put it in direct sunlight under a piece of glass, it'll be good.
Ooh, what if it's normally a liquid though? And like they freeze them to make the change happen.
We'll have to find out.
That's interesting. Waffle time.
Let's get to the quacking.